Guys, it's Johnny again. This is part 3 of my response to Metal Mickey. Hey my man, cool dude. If you don't know Metal Mickey, go and check him out. Good, great guy, says it how it is, just like me. And yeah, very knowledgeable in what he's got. He collects CDs now instead of vinyl. Yes, UK guy from up north. Whereas I'm British but don't live in England or Scotland or Ireland, or as you can tell, definitely not Irish. Even though I do geology, and my family did originally come from Scotland, Wales, Ireland, England. Sark? Where's Sark? What's Sark? Yeah, Sark is next to Guernsey. What else? And Alderney is where I got family that came from there as well. So yeah, there's a bit of a mixed bag all over the place. Not as mixed bag as some people that are inbred. I mean, yes, you know you are. Right. Okie dokie. I'm not going to say any more, I might lose loads of subscribers. So we're on to... Do you know what, right? I actually forgot to finish my 1992. I've got 2 more albums here from 92. Okay, so I had to stop the video. I was getting to 33 minutes, and my video can only go to 33 minutes and just over. Otherwise, I've got to edit the whole thing and put it onto software to edit it and put it on, and it just takes too bloody long. So that's why my videos are unscripted, unrehearsed. You get what you get with me. And if you don't know what that is, it's an ASD person, which is autism spectrum disorder. And yeah, I do struggle sometimes with how I get my stuff out, and how I am around people, and just stuff like that. But I do love my music, so at least we've got something in common. Right, I missed these 2 albums off. They were from 1992. They're great albums and people should explore them. And I've only chose albums that I can listen to all the way through and never get bored of. Ones that I listen to in the years I've said, or of the years I've said, but I can listen to still now and think that's awesome. One is Great White Psycho City. That is a killer album. There's about 1 song on there that's a bit annoying, and that will probably be Get On Home. Yes. This, Gone, Scottish band, Gallus. This is killer all the way through. Check it out. They did the single on here called Steal Your Fire. Check that song out, it's amazing. Check out the song Welcome to the Real World, Higher Ground, Freedom. Watching the World Go By is like one of my favourite all-time songs ever. Really need to listen to that. It's a slow song, but it is amazing, and I can't recommend that song high enough. So Gone, Watching the World Go By, check it out. So yeah, so that's them 2. That was 1992, over and done with. And what an amazing year for music, apart from that crappy grunge movement that came in just before then. Sorry Mike, but you know, I hate grunge, even though I got some of the CDs, but that's as far as I go. Righty ho, here we go. So we're going to be on to 1993, and hopefully I've got all the CDs I need. Yes, I hope so. Right, an album that came out in 93, I've got two here, that came out in 93 that I was, actually, sorry, three, that I was hugely into. And one actually got me into the band, and the other one was because I love the band from the late 80s, but I never owned any of this stuff until later on because I just couldn't afford it, to be quite honest. And when this album came out, I started buying all of their catalogue, and that band is Heart, and the album's Desire Walks On. This is a great album. Check out the song Back in Black at the start. Well, it's not the start. This first song is called Desire, but it's not actually a song. It's more of an intro. Back in Black is just killer, and there's loads of killer songs on there. And if you are into the grungy movement, you'll know, if you've not heard before, but obviously Heart had a guest on one of their songs. I think it was just one, and I think it was Lane Stanley, if I've said that right. Is it Stanley? I can't remember. It's not Stanley, is it? Right. And I know, Mike, you probably might not have heard this, but there's a song on here called Ring Them Bells. What a shit title, eh? But oh, it's not listed there. Where's it gone? Right, so this is just to let you know, but because I know you like that sort of stuff. Where the hell is it? Right, here we go. Thanks to I can't even read the bloody thing. Right, it's not there. Where the hell is it? It's on here somewhere. Let's put it that way. It might be on the back. Oh, Ring Them Bells is a Bob Dylan song, isn't it? I knew why I didn't like it, because I can't stand Bob Dylan. Here it is. Lane Staley. It's Staley, isn't it? Because there's no N or I. Right, appears courtesy of himself. And that's the third lead vocal on Ring Them Bells. So if anybody wants to check out that song, just put in Heart, Ring Them Bells, and you'll hear Lane Staley sing it. But yeah, I think that's the only grungy person on this. So I will leave it up to you if you want to check that out, because I actually find that as the crap track on this album. I really don't like Bob Dylan's songs, so I don't even like listening to Knock on Heaven's Door when Guns N' Roses do it. That's it just gets on my wick. Right, so yeah, highly recommended. Trouble is with this CD is I've been through about 4 of these. They've got a tendency, right, and I keep having to pick these up in good condition because they're hard to find. The CD, this black bit here, starts bubbling up, and I've had 4 that have done the same thing. It's only ever this Heart CD. So there you go. Not bad. We're nearly on 10 minutes. I've only done 1 CD. Right, next album that came out in 93, and I was just excited, nearly to piss in my pants again. And this was a collaboration between 2 amazing artists, Jimmy Page and David Coverdale, and it's Coverdale Page, and I love this album all the way through. I loved it back then, and I love it still now. And listen to the song Whisper a Prayer for the Dying, it's just absolutely killer. But yeah, the whole album is just killer anyway. but amazing, you know. I love that, and I wish David Coverdale and Jimmy Page would get back together and do Coverdale Page 2. So yeah, amazing. Shitty artwork, but amazing album. Absolutely is. Much better than anything he's done with Robert Plant from that time onwards. So here we go. Actually, Jimmy Page, you are far superior, and you deserve to have a better vocalist than Jimmy Page, than Robert Plant, because he's just going out there making these albums that are pretty shit. And I'm going to lose subscribers and likes for this, but I don't give a damn. Yes, I like Robert Plant doing Led Zeppelin stuff, but the stuff he releases in the past, I don't know, 20 years has been total shit. Especially that thing with Alison Krauss, fuck's sakes. Right, here we go. Next album that came out in '93 that got me into the band was Enough's Enough. When I checked out a Raw Power TV program, Noisy Mothers or whatever it was, the song Right By Your Side, that got me into Enough's Enough. This is a reissue, so the cover's different. And it looks a bit shiny because the cover's still on it. It's never been opened. Yeah, and then I have been Enough's Enough fan ever since. Amazing. Apart from now that Donny's not in the band, I don't really follow it. So right, three albums that got me, that I love from 1993, that my mate got me into, who obviously is no longer with us. He died in '95. He drove off a cliff, and the year before and that, we used to drive around in the car together. He was only a very, very young, and yeah, he was, you know, we loved the same sort of music, Poison and Def Leppard and Whitesnake and loads and loads of different things. But he got me into, well, I saw a video for this, and then when I said to him I had seen a video for this, he said, "John, you must buy the album because it's absolutely amazing." And that is John Sykes' band, Blue Murder. This is, I watched the video for We All Fall Down. Now, this has got like the best version of Itchy Park on as well. This is just killer all the way through. I think the only song that's weak on here is the song Dance, but that is just absolutely amazing. John Sykes, yeah, you know, I prefer this to the first album, so that's why this is in my favourite albums of that time. So yeah, amazing. And you've even got oh no, I'm not going to go into that, but yeah, this always reminds me of my mate. It's just, it sort of hits me there. It's yes. The next two one's bands that I didn't get into till later, obviously, but they are killer. One is Mark Free's. This is Long Way From Love. This is packed full of demos that were done in about 87, 88 time, before he did the band Signal, and they came out in '93. This obviously, but to be quite honest, the songs on here are so awesome that they are, you know, this is one of my favourite albums of all time. And listen to the song called The Last Time. It was, he sung it as a demo that was later given to the blonde bird from ABBA, and she did it and released it as a single. And I tell you what, she ruined that song. I tell you what, right? Listen to her version of the song called The Last Time, and then listen to Mark Free's version, the demo version of The Last Time. I'd like to know what your opinion is. But yeah, amazing, this, amazing. And then the other album is Kingdom Come's Bad Image. This is very industrial. This is different to the first 3 albums by Kingdom Come. I actually love this album to bits. I can play this all the way through and I never get bored of it. Listen to the song called Outsider and Fake Believer, Passion Departed. Just immensely amazing. So, and Lenny Wolf is just awesome. So that's 93, hopefully over, done with. So 93, I'm in college, I'm about to leave, and I get my driver's license at the end of 93, and didn't get my own car until I was 18, so 94. I blew up my dad's car that he used to let me drive when I first came on the roads in the end of 93. Yeah, I blew up his gearbox. It was blew up. It was automatic and it was an old 1979 or 1980 Ford Escort Mark II, and it, yeah, one night just decided the gearbox was gonna shatter in the road, and all the fucking oil and stuff was gonna piss out everywhere. Yeah, I never lived that down. My dad didn't speak to me for a very long time after that, but I didn't really give a shit about him, to be quite honest. Get him back for being such a violent bully to me when I was a kid. So yeah, luckily he doesn't watch YouTube, but I'm sure, you know, someone might see this. Right, so on to the old 94. Now 94 was quite a low point in my life. Not much was, you know, I haven't been able to pull out many albums from 94 compared to all the other years I've pulled the stuff out for. So this year might go past quite quick. I was discovering loads of other bands other than these, but these are 94 albums that I love still today, and I love back then anyway. We're going to start off with trying to think which came first. This one, was it? No, it wasn't. It was this one. Queensryche's Promised Land. Now I still love this album to bits. This is the one with the bonus stuff on. This is I remember seeing the video for I Am I didn't like that song. I still don't like that song very much, but I loved the song Bridge. It was about the relationship with your dad if it breaks down and you're trying to build that bridge. And you know, I tried many times, and even when I listen to it now, it does mean a lot, because I still have never built that bridge with my dad to get along with him. And last year, yeah, it came to a real fallout where he can't even look me in the face now because of what I nearly did to him. I'm not going to say what it was on here because he might not be around now, but yes, and luckily I'm still here and not been banged up for it. So yeah, this is an amazing album. Killer. I love it. I love that band, Queensryche. This was their last great album with Jeff Tate. There's none of the albums that come out since have been anything near this or anything near the 80s, and this isn't as good as the 80s or Empire, but it's not far behind Empire. So next album came that I was well into, at that time was Pride and Glory, Zakk Wylde, and yeah, this is, you know, this is just amazing. This is just even down to the last song, Hate Your Guts. That's just funny as. But this I'd say is my favourite album of '94, over the Queensryche and over the next album. So I played that a hell of a lot back then. But this one I played even more. But I consider Pride and Glory album better than this one. And it was Megadeth's Euthanasia. Do you know what I've just realised? I've just realised when I did 92, I've missed out Countdown to Extinction. How could I miss that? I went in there specifically to get that album. So sorry, Countdown to Extinction was my introduction to Megadeth. I might have even done it and just forgot. Have I actually forgot I did it? No. Countdown to Extinction, when that song came on, Symphony of Destruction, that was it. Countdown to Extinction is probably one of my best CDs of that year, especially a thrash album. But yeah, still love it to this day. I don't know why I didn't pull it out. It was only when I pulled this up I thought I haven't spoken about thingamajiggy. Countdown to Extinction. Now that album got me through a lot of depression, and so did this. Euthanasia. This is a copy of my original. My original's in my bedroom, but it's very tattered. And I did buy the one with Hidden Treasures, which you could buy later on separate. This is... I remember showing my mate that is no longer with us. I said to him, I said, "You ever heard that album, Euthanasia?" He's like, "Yeah, that's amazing." And we used to listen to this a lot. His favourite song that has always been said that he committed suicide to was A Tout Le Monde. And that's how you say it, George, at Vinyl City. A Tout Le Monde. That's because I'm like, I could see France. If I stand in St. Peter Port, you can see France. That's how close we are. And we were originally originally we would have been owned by France. So yeah, we had Guernsey French language. So yeah, I can say A Tout Le Monde like that. See, we have a lot of French-speaking road names in Guernsey, yes, it's A Tout Le Monde. À tous mes amis, je vous aime, je dois partir. That's the odd part. And I don't know how Dave Mustaine managed to sing that. It was quite. I watched him doing it, rehearsing it in the studio on one of the making of Euthanasia, and yeah, he did struggle with that bit. But yeah, he did it in the end. And hard as it is, I still struggle with French myself. But yeah, amazing album. I love this album. I played it to death when it came. Oh, don't. Just excuse the pun. I played it to death. But yeah, amazing. And I also loved Hidden Treasures. That was amazing. I played that for years. That got me through some tough times, that for sure. That is my second favourite album of that year. And that is 1994 all done. And I'm not going to do another one. So I did 93 and 94. And it's 24 minutes already gone. Where has the time gone? So the next one is going to be 95 and 96, hopefully. I should get that done in that time. But I'm quite disappointed and peed off with myself that I missed Countdown to Extinction, because that's what I went into my bedroom to get my CDs, because they're all in there. I haven't got room in my lounge for CDs. So, yeah, I went in there to get that. I can't believe I forgot it. So, cheers. Keep watching and keep rocking, and see you in the next video. Peace.